Hey, what's going on, people? Q here. Welcome back to Tech Rants. And today, I'll be answering a question. Should you buy the Galaxy Note 9 or the iPhone XS Max? Let's talk about it, shall we? All right, everybody. So, should you buy the Galaxy Note 9 or the iPhone XS Max? Well, me personally, as a disclaimer, I do not have the iPhone XS Max. However, I'm not going to sit here and say that they're both not wonderful devices because I'm pretty sure by any means at all necessary, they are both wonderful devices. But I do have the Galaxy Note 9, and from what I can tell you, this is a phenomenal phone by every means necessary. Now, like I said, I'm sure the iPhone XS Max is a wonderful phone because iOS is very well optimized and it's more stable, especially when it comes to software updates and things of that nature. But keep in mind, the Galaxy Note 9 is no slouch. So let's go and talk about a couple of key factors about each phone, and we'll talk about why you should consider each one. So first of all, the Galaxy Note 9 starts at a starting price of $1,000, $999, and it goes all the way up to $1,250. Okay, so what are you getting for that? Okay, you get the Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 processor with the Adreno 630 GPU. You get a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display. It's 1440 by 2960. You get the Bluetooth S Pen, of course. You get a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. You get micro USB-C. You get a fingerprint sensor on the back that works. You get a headphone jack, which is a key selling point for the Note 9. You get stereo speakers. You get facial unlock. You get iris scanner, and you get intelligent scan, which kind of combines face unlock with intelligent scan. I mean, face unlock with the iris scanner. You get wireless charging, and you also get dual 12 megapixel camera that shoots in 4K 60 frames per second. And you get an 8 megapixel camera on the front that shoots in 2K. Now, for the iPhone XS Max, you get a 6.5-inch OLED panel. Not sure what the resolution is, but you definitely get iOS 12. You get the A12 Bionic chip. Of course, you have iOS 12, and you have wireless charging on that. There's no headphone jack, and the thing about the iPhone XS Max is that it does not even include a dongle in the box. Apple is making you pay the extra $9 or $10 for the dongle, so I think that's kind of stupid. And you don't get the fast charger included in the box as well. You get a nice camera setup. I think it's a 12 megapixel camera, and it's a dual camera, and then you get a nice front-facing camera. So overall, it's a pretty decent design, if you ask me. It's glass on the front and the back. Also, you only get facial unlock. You do not get the your luxury of a fingerprint sensor or a iris scanner or anything like that, like you do on the Note 9. So the Note 9 has definitely way more options when it comes to unlocking the phone, as far as that goes. Of course, the Note 9 also has a headphone jack over the XS Max, which actually starts at a starting price $100 more. And speaking of which, the iPhone XS Max starts out at $1,099 and goes all the way up to $1,500. Okay, and one thing I forgot to mention with the Note 9 is the storage. So the storage for the $999, for the $1,000, you get 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage. Now, for most people, that should be enough. But then again, that's just the average person. You may not be the average person. Now, for me, I'm not the average person by any means necessary, but 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage has been more than enough for me. Now, if you really want to go big and go home, they have a 512 gigabyte model with 8 gigs of RAM for an extra 250 more. Okay, so there you go with that. So definitely got storage options. Plus, you have a micro SD card slot for expandable memory, all the way up to 512 gigabytes. So that means you can really have a terabyte of storage on your Galaxy Note 9. All right, so now with the iPhone XS Max, it starts out at 64 gigabytes for $1,099 and goes all the way up to 512 gigabytes for $1,499. Now, That's really ridiculous. Also, considering the fact, like I said, it does not include the headphone jack or dongle anymore. And also, there is no room for a micro SD card slot. So, I mean, honestly, why do that when you can spend about $300 less and get a micro SD card slot plus a headphone jack? So, I mean, honestly, I don't know what Apple was thinking when they came up with this concept. I mean, honestly, it's just ridiculous. Another thing let's talk about is performance. Well, like I said, I don't have an iPhone XS Max, but the Galaxy Note 9 has definitely performed and lived up to what they said it is supposed to be. The Galaxy Note 9 has been marketed as the power user's dream phone, and honestly, it has held up to that title. I mean, like I said, I have the 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, and I honestly have not had any hiccups, no slow ups, nothing whatsoever. This phone has held up to every task that I've thrown at it and then some. So definitely give kudos to that with the iPhone, with the Galaxy Note 9. Now the iPhone XS Max, I don't have it, but I do use an iPhone on a day-to-day basis. And Apple is really good at iOS optimizations. I mean, when iOS works, it does work. You know, so I haven't had any issues when it comes to performance on my iPhone SE, but definitely I'm pretty sure the iPhone XS Max would definitely work, especially with the A12 Bionic chip being a 7 nanometer processor. So definitely kudos to Apple for that. So I'm pretty sure the performance is supposed to be stellar. All right, so basically when it comes to choosing a phone, it all depends on which ecosystem that you pretty much have locked yourself into. But honestly, let's look over a couple things. If you're all about value and more bang for your buck, the Galaxy Note 9 definitely offers more bang for your buck because you do get that Bluetooth S Pen, which is very nice. It comes out of the phone like that. You can actually take pictures of this and use it as a remote control for music and movie play and video playback. You also get the headphone jack. And now the headphone jack is something that a lot of companies have tried to phase out. Even the beloved OnePlus, they phased it out with the OnePlus 6T, and that kind of disappointed a lot of people. But the Galaxy Note 9 has continued to hold on to it even after everybody else has kind of ditched it. I think the only other company that's holding on to it is LG. So, yeah, it's crazy. And another thing here, to definitely have multiple ways to unlock your phone with the Note 9. I can use the fingerprint sensor, which what I usually do works fairly well. You also have face unlock, and you have Samsung's intelligent scan, which combines the iris scanner with face unlock to give you more of a secure unlock experience. So definitely have more biometric options on the Galaxy Note 9. Also, with the Galaxy Note 9, you have more storage options. Now, the storage options, like I said, start at 128 gigs and go all the way up to 512 gigs. And if you put a 512 gigabyte micro SD card slot in there, you pretty much have over a terabyte of storage that's available to you. So, obviously, more bang for your buck. You definitely want to go with the Galaxy Note 9. Neither of these phones should have any issues in the performance department. However, iOS, it seems to get better over time because Apple does eventually work out all the bugs and iOS seems to be more optimized. Now, of course, if you care about software updates and you want to go with the iPhone XS Max, okay, the iPhones will definitely receive updates for at least 3 to 5 years. Samsung phones usually only go for 2, although the introduction of Project Trouble is supposed to change that, but that's another video for another day. But at the end of the day, it's all about what you guys prefer. If you prefer iOS or Android, I mean, I can't sit here and tell you, but considering everything that I tell you, and helped you along with, which one would you consider? Definitely let me know down below. Do you have either of these devices? If so, how do you like it? Are you considering any of these after watching this video? If so, which one? So definitely, if this was helpful, informative, entertaining in any way, leave a like on the video. Comment down below. Like I said, your opinions, what you think, what you have, what you're thinking about getting. Definitely leave your questions, comments, and concerns. Subscribe if you enjoy the content. Share, tell your friends, all that other good stuff. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Later.